Yeah, we got the closets. You gotta do the closets. Guys, down there, how you doing? Electrical? Electrical okay? Still working on that. Hey, we're building a theater. Well, actually, we're building a theater and the dressing room, mainly. Whew, these actors, little divas, am I right? But we're gonna get it just right. It's gonna be 2 stories. It's in the progress, so hey, live down easy. Oh, yeah. So you want to see how we've gone so far? Keep watching, guys. I'm working here. All right, we got a new one from our favorite spot, Fifijoy. This one is beautiful. They were very kind to send me the theater dressing room. Thank you very, very much. And I'll put a link in the description if you want to get one for yourself. This one's a pretty one, and it's very detailed. When opening this up, there's not a lot of extra parts and pieces. It's mostly the wood panels, but there is lighting on this guy, and there's a lot of it. And it's a little bit different if you're used to the roll lights and things like that, but nothing we can't handle, right? So let's dive in. We actually get scissors with this one too. That's nice. We're going to start with step 1. There's about 184 steps, but don't let that daunt you. It's not that bad. Once you break it down into little steps and pieces, you'll notice this is easy. You can do this. In fact, I'm going to break this up in a couple of videos, I believe, because there is a lot of parts, but it's not a lot of I want to say the wizard house and things where you actually had to make all the potions and bottles and things like this. You don't have to do that on this one. So it makes this very enjoyable. We're basically making a whole shelf full of wigs. This is a theater dressing room, so we're going to have all sorts of costumes and wigs and dresses and shoes and anything that you could possibly think of is going to be in this little dressing room. We're a very busy, I'm going to say, kind of a Shakespearean theater, something like that. Yeah. First thing I thought of was Greatest Showman, that kind of thing. One thing I do like about Fifijoy is their instructions are very clear and they break it down literally piece by piece by piece. If you watched my last video where they just give you a picture and say, good luck, figure out where the things go. Nope, this one, even the pieces are marked with the part numbers. Thank you very much. We love that, right? And steps 1 is going to be put this here. Step 2, put that one there, that kind of thing. So it might have 182 steps, but it really, like, we're already on step 7, I believe, and we're just building the one cabinet. So hopefully that alleviates some scarediness out of it, you know? Like, oh my gosh, this is very involved. No, it's just got a lot of, as you can see there, a lot of little heads there. And there we go. We built ourselves a little wig cabinet. Very organized. This one, I'm not sure. It's like a little screen or something. Maybe it's to, you know, tell you it's your turn, that kind of thing. And to show a broadcast of what's out on the stage. That's what I'm guessing. It's like a little TV. And this little panel, it's plexi, so light can go through it. And make sure you peel the coating off of it. I found that it was only on the back. I double checked. It's only on the back, so it's shiny, and you can see through it. So it's basically, you know, view of the stage. And we're already building it up. Here's the bottom floor. And we're just going to start from the back wall and work our way forward. This is going to be where we store all our weapons and stuff. The swords and shields and knives and daggers. What kind of play are we doing? I don't know. There's going to be a few little chairs and things, but this is kind of like a little stool. It reminds me a lot of the Egyptian stools and things that we made. Just be careful of the little skinny legs. Don't press on them. I've learned over time to just try to keep it with the chubbier pieces. Don't mess with the legs. They don't give you extras on these. And put it in where it belongs. We're cruising. We're cruising. These are just pillars that go on either side. We're kind of, we're backstage. Got that cool brick walls and red maroon curtains, that kind of Baroque look. Again, I think Greatest Showman. There's a lot of very skinny pieces, like these staffs, like the Gandalf staff and things like that. Just be very careful. Use whatever tools you have. They do give you the little pokey tool, and just take your time, because I can imagine, and I'm surprised I did not break any of those. But if they did, all you'd have to do is just glue them together and glue them in place. No one would ever know. Speaking of glue, I had some leftover E7000 that I use, and then, or B7000 I think it is. And then I like using the Fabri-Tac lately, and a little bit of tacky. I kind of just use whatever I have handy. Literally, just, oh, that one's there, and it's open, and it's not clogged up. I'm using it. But any of those will do just fine. All right, this place is the best closet ever. So we got to put all our little coats and costumes in the closet. And we're already on step 20, so that's not bad. And what I say in every single one is just step by step. Don't look at the whole entire thing. Just work on the step that you're on right now. And it's less daunting. It really is. Like, oh, I can put stuff on a shelf. No problem. And before you know it, you've built a whole closet. From all the kits from Fifi I've gotten, I got a lot of these little hammers, and I will tell you, they are the handiest little tool. I use it for almost every kit that I do, because there's always a piece that just doesn't want to quite go in, and you don't want to force it in, or break things, or squish it with your pliers too much. So that little hammer comes in super handy. And I got about 7 of them. I think I've given a couple to my family members that craft too. It's like, use this. I got a lot. You have it. And they love it. They use it for all sorts of things. We got a few rolled up, probably plays or scripts and different things. But all you do is, and they tell you just pick two from, there's a whole bunch of them on the sheet, and you just roll them up. I will advise you, if you haven't already, get one of these little quilling tools. If you're going to spin a lot of scrolls and flowers and things like that, these quilling tools, I apologize, I don't remember who suggested it way back when, but they're dirt cheap. I think I got 4 of them for $2 on Amazon. Lifesaver. You just put it in the little slot and then spin it up. Let's keep going with our bookshelf. This is part of the coat shelf, or the closet. We got a lot of awards. We're very good actors here. For the most part, a lot of these pieces fit nice and tight, but every once in a while there'll be, especially it'll usually be one of the little tiny pieces that you put in there. It's just a little too wiggly, like a loose baby tooth kind of. So I just put a dab of glue in there just for a little reassurance, because if you made a few of these, as soon as you start tipping it over and all those things fall out, you're like, ugh, it's next to impossible to fix it when it's all together. You have to reach in with some chopsticks or something. But so secure it. If it feels weird now, glue it now. It'll save heartache later. More scrolls. We know how to do this. And more awards. We're very good. Anyone know what awards these are? I don't know. Are they real awards? Maybe. Now, once I got this far, I knew there was more steps to go with it. We got to put a lot of little extra little pieces in there. I thought, and this is probably one, well, I think I skip around a couple of spots, but I decided to put it in the project because it doesn't stand up on its own. It's got little notches to go into the base. So I decided it would be easier for me to just put it in the base on the floor so that it's solid and then glue the little parts on there. You could do it either way. They wanted you to glue the parts on and then stick it on. I found it easier the other way because it holds itself steady. But that seemed to work for me. And there's a lot of little accessories here. A lot of watches and ribbons and who knows what nots. Props. You should, funny thing is that it is not too far from what I have up by my green screen. I just start collecting weird things. And yeah, there's a lot that goes into my little, I say in quotes, productions. And then lastly, we'll put the little drawer fronts on there. This part probably could have been done laying down. I wasn't sure. They put this as last. I probably would have done this part first so that it lays flat and straight, and then put it in the project, and then put all the little clocks and guns and whatever's in there. That's probably how I would have done it if I had looked ahead just a little bit. They have this little stack of papers. It just says Q4, 12 pages. And they give you more than enough pages here. So I'm guessing, based on that little tiny picture that I did blow up for you, that it's just a stack of, a script kind of thing. And it doesn't matter which ones. Nobody's going to see all the pages, except for the top one. So usually when I do something like this, I just put the prettiest one on top. And I just glued it in this random stack. I didn't put it nice and neat at all on purpose. And then just kind of set it there so that I can set the little radio on top. And then we have a little quill, the inkwell and the quill. And it's just a little rivet with the gold feather glued in. Easy enough. There's nothing too tough so far. We got to put some of the posters of all the plays that we've been in, and we got to advertise. We do a lot of Renaissance things very Shakespearean. And with that little lantern, we got another little closet done. On to the next. So we got the wigs done, we got the coats and watches and clocks done. What's next? Of course, shoes. This is the time when you're making this that you're kind of imagining a story in your head. So, what do you think? Are we modern times playing old-timey plays, or are we old-timey the whole time? And this is actually considered modern and fancy. So, I don't know. I'm going to say we're modern with old-timey tendencies. We're very old-fashioned place. All right, we got all our shoes in a row, so let's build the cabinet around it. We do actually build a top hat. At first I was like, oh no, I thought we were going to not have any building or, manufacturing kind of thing. But this isn't bad. It's not bad at all. What's nice about this kit is everything's stickers. So we're going to build the innards of the top hat, the cone, I guess. And then we're going to put a sticker around the edge. And then for the brim, you put 2 of the circles back to back, stick them together, and that's the bottom part. A feather, that's a sticker, back to back, put it on, and then the little circle. Not bad at all. Just use your tools and patience. And we're going to put some gloves up there and our cool blue top hat, and this little cabinet is done. And we'll put it in place. All right, and of course we have books, but these are the sticker put on books, which is really nice. So just match, and you notice, love it, love to see it. Each piece is stamped with the number, and you just match the sticker with that. And I decided to go through the book and see if there was any others, so I'm doing all the books at once. There's also a bunch of the Z-fold books. If you know, you know. So my best advice, if you've never done this type of book before, pre-score them. Just take your straight edge, something pointy but dull. Don't cut it. And just crease all the edges. And that way your little up, down Z-fold will be nice and crisp. I put a dibble of glue on the back of each page and just left them open so they're not glued shut. Closed, I should say. If it asks for them to be closed, I'll glue it at that time. But for now, we're going to leave them all open, make our life easy. All right, we got a couple of dressing room chairs because you need to sit in front of your mirror to do your makeup, right? And they're two pretty much the same chair. They're slightly different. For instance, this one has a hole in the chair because that a little teddy bear sits there. And this one you build same way. And the difference is this one has one of the books that we made, the open paged one. And then it's got like I'm thinking it's supposed to be like a fur boa or something. So it's basically two stickers stuck together back to back, so the front and back. If you decided to just use one sticker and just stick it on the back of the chair, I think that would have been fine. Because you don't really see the other side. I glued it down completely, so either way. And then we're going to glue them in place. There are marks on the floors of where things they kind of want to go. I stuck with that because knowing that there's more stuff to go in here, I wanted to make room for it. So I just kept it where it was. And we have this cool chest here that we're going to build. It's a box with a couple stickers for the straps. And this one, we have a bunch of books stacked on this one too. This is why we make them all ahead of time if we can. Then you don't lose your momentum. We have a little drum here, so we must do a lot of Civil War reenactments or something. Or maybe we do the Christmas play, The Little Drummer Boy or something. I like making up stories. But this is made basically how we did the little top hat. So you're going to make your inside little cylinder, put a sticker around it, and then you're going to stick the little drumsticks on top. Let's put these into place. These do have markings again, and I'm going to follow it just because I think I know there's more things that have to fit around it. So we're going to follow directions today. And we have a bunch more boxes. These are open. So the only tricky part I had with these was which direction the printing should go. So the back two pieces of the box should be facing inside. I did have to change that because I built it, you know, how you would normally where all the printing is on the outside, but the back two corners, because you're going to see it from the angle of the front of the book nook, you won't see the back, so it's an optical illusion. Yeah, you'll see. I had to fix a couple of them. That's all right. As long as we discovered it early before we stuck them on there. Even if it didn't, I don't think it would have mattered too much. But, you know, I like to do it right if I can. And these are going to get stacked on top of the little coat closet here. And this is what I mean, because there's going to be ceiling and walls and things like that. If something's goofy and off and falling apart, you want to make sure while it's open like this, all secure and glued down and right. Because it's going to be almost impossible to get in here to fix it if we have to. And I think the last thing I'm going to do for now, we got almost the whole bottom floor done, almost. I think we're going to do the ceiling, and that's going to involve some lighting. So let's tackle this. All right, let's do the lights. Now I'll apologize if you hear some air in the background. I got the AC on, and it is hot. It hit 100. Oh, the last couple days. Anyways, let's tackle these lightings. Speaking of something hot. One thing I will say is great about this is they color-coded all the lights. I think that is a great idea. So they say, put the white one there, put the green one there, that makes sense rather than by measure. Yeah, I mean, either way works, but this one you can figure out which light you're supposed to have. So I just untangled them, and we're going to use the white and the blue one for right now. It has a little plexiglass lamp. Make sure you peel the back. It's not on the front, it's just on the back. And then we'll just clamp these into place. Pretty easy so far, right? Now to make the ceiling a little fancy in this dressing room, we have this string of beads, and honestly, you can do it willy-nilly however you want. I tried to do it kind of in a purposeful zigzag pattern, so I just kind of every other went across and then went back all the rest of the spots. Just tack it into place however it fits. They said that you can cut it if you want. I just put it in one long strand. You could start one end, tack the beginning and the end, and then just kind of squiggle it around in the middle. And it should look a little something like that. And I think everyone's will be a little bit different. There's two more lights that go on the side here. So one goes in that little bracket you put, and then another one, you can kind of see it along the top. It strings through the little holes on the top back of the wig closet, I guess we'll call it. And then it goes down through the closet on the other side, or the curtains, I should say. It's a little bit of a juggle. This, honestly, was the hardest part of the job so far. There's a two-edged sword here. It's really nice that all the wires are already pre-wired and everything, but it also means that you had to juggle all the wires of the whole build all at once. So, and then line up your floor with the pillars and things like that. Just take your time. I hammered it a little bit just to get some frustration out. It does eventually go together, I promise. And I was going to stop a little bit right there, but I think I'll do one more little thing here, and I'll just put the wall that it asked for up there. I think this wall is mainly to hide some more wires and things. I'm imagining that's also where the little switch is going to be stored. We're not sure yet. All right, so that's what we got so far. I mean, hey, we got the closets full. Those are important. At least we can put on a show to pay for the rest of the second floor, you know. And still working on the lights a little bit. They kind of work. We'll get there. So stick around, because hey, we'll finish this. I'm determined. Even though some people are taking breaks. Unions. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye. We got a lot to do. Oh boy.